Hey everyone, welcome back to Roam Free Consultants, here with you today for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more vintage survival gear. This video, the kind of theme of it is a kit that somebody might have put together for their own, DIY survival kit, maybe back in the 40s or 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe even getting into the 80s with some of this gear. But we'll take a look at some of it, some of the reasons they might have carried it or found it useful, and just kind of talk through all the items. So let's go ahead and start right up front here. This first one is just an old fixed blade knife. This one is made by Schrade. Pretty nice quality knife. Also has a sharpening stone kind of built into the sheath there. Really good quality, leather sheath with a belt loophole. This is something they might have carried with them. Some of the old timers, if they were going, hiking or hunting, fishing, exploring out in the wilderness, something like that. Always good to have a good fixed blade knife. All right, they might have also carried, something like one of these old case pocket knives. These are some of kind of the original, trapper style old knives. Really, really good quality, made in USA, kind of a vintage item. Could have been part of their everyday carry setup. They might have even been carrying one of these, old Victorinox Swiss Army knives. These ones are really handy, tons of features, a good saw in here, a good backup blade. Also, got the toothpick and the tweezers and corkscrew, got some scissors in there, kind of an awl. If you need to make repairs or, make any holes in, like leather or something like that. Who knows? They might have been carrying one of these with them out into the wilderness or out into the backcountry. All right. They might have also had one of these old survival manuals. This one is by the American Red Cross. I think this one actually dates back to the 40s or the 50s. This one's definitely got some age to it. Yeah, copyright originally 1937 and then later 1956 for the American Red Cross in Washington, D.C. So this has all kinds of life-saving, tips here for water safety and things like that. How to do like CPR and recoveries. It's got some basic first aid information here. It talks about like how to tip your boat back over or your canoe. All kinds of information here. They might have been carrying one of those with them. You never know. All right, next up is just a couple, very basic candles. These are kind of the bulk, like military surplus style candles. They might have had some of these to help get a fire going, or just to help, illuminate camp at night, something like that, or in, bad weather, if they needed, some help getting a fire started. Always good to have a decent quality candle. All right, next up, kind of on the fire making side, this is just an old magnesium fire striker, magnesium block, good for, making sparks, to help get your fire tinder going. Really reliable, good, tried and true, old magnesium block fire starter. All right, they might have also taken kind of the easy way to get a fire going, just with a good old Zippo lighter. This one is a legit Zippo, made in Pennsylvania. A lot of the old timers carrying these around. Always good to have a good quality lighter. They might have also had, kind of a DIY kind of fire kit here. This one is in an old glass pill bottle with some matches, a little bit of cotton ball down there in the bottom as well to keep it from rattling around and also serve as a little bit of fire tinder in a pinch. Another cool old match case here. This one by Marbles in Michigan, Gladstone, Michigan. Just a cool, old match container. Open it up there, store your matches in. Not sure if it's completely, waterproof, but at the very least, water resistant. Kind of seals up there. So they might have been carrying something like that in their pocket as part of their everyday carry, or kept in a kit like this. All right, another item they might have had in there is just an old military style P38 can opener, kind of bulk surplus. Comes with some of the ration packs in case they need to open up a can of food. That might have been in there. As well as just an old-fashioned, bottle opener to to help crack open a cold one out on the trail or in a, situation where, if you're kind of stranded, always good to have a way to open up a bottle. Okay, it might have also had just an old, carpenter style pencil that's easy to keep sharp, just with your pocket knife or with your fixed blade knife. And to keep those knives sharp, they might have had one of these, old whetstones. This one was an old one from the early 1900s from Niagara Falls, New York. Pretty cool old pocket style whetstone. Could have been part of their everyday carry, or they're in this kit. All right, next up, they might have had kind of a DIY, little fishing kit, little survival kit. Could have been kept in one of these old, metal containers. One of these old split shot containers here. They might have had some bait on them as well. You never know. Could have had just a little emergency fishing kit. All right, also part of that fishing kit might have had one of these old descalers here, just to have as part of that kit. Pretty lightweight. Yeah, this one also made in USA. Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't know if you can see that there, but pretty old quality descaler. Also a small packable fillet knife. This one by Martini, actually made in Finland. This is kind of a smaller, pocket version, or would fit in this, old case that we've got here, this old camera case pretty well. And as for cordage, they might have just carried some of this old tarred, bank line or a marlin, just to help, get a shelter set up quickly, tie up like an old canvas tarp or something like that above them, repair their gear, things like that, or to use with that fishing kit. Also got just an old military surplus canteen. This one's seen quite a bit of use. It doesn't have the nesting cup or the mug that would have come with it. I'm still on the lookout for one of those, but might have had an old canteen with their kit. Also an old bandana, million uses for a good quality bandana. You could use it along with, that old sore throat lozenges container from the fishing kit. They could have used that to make, char cloth or something like that on a fire, and to get some more fire tinder. Also just for, splinting in a pinch, keep the sun off your neck, sweat off your, out of your eyes, things like that. A lot of good uses for a decent quality handkerchief or a bandana. All right, this one kind of a bonus item. They might have just had an old can of, Spam in there, or maybe some pork and beans, or, corned beef and hash or something like that, or ranch style beans. They might have had a can of Spam in there too. The old style ones with the twist off key to help get the can open. This one's obviously a newer one with the pop top lid, but might have had a can of Spam. All right, and last but not least is the case here itself. This is just an old leather, camera case with a decent quality, shoulder strap on it. They could have thrown it in anything. They could have thrown it in like an old shoebox or something, just to help keep in their truck or in the trunk of their car. Yeah, in this case, I just got this old camera case that belonged to my grandpa. So let me know down in the comments what you think, what items some of the old timers might have been carrying as part of kind of a survival kit, a DIY kit that they would have put together and kept with them, or taken out on adventures and things like that. If you'd like to see more content like this, definitely don't forget to like the video, comment on it, subscribe. All of that really helps keep the channel going, so I can keep content like this coming out for you guys. Well, that's it for today's video, everyone. I look forward to seeing more comments, and stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.